It's funny, I started working with the porcelain in the early 90s, and they still had conventional bulbs, so the few things that I made were so hot, they were just not safe. So I kind of put it aside, but I've always worked with molds, and I've always really loved texture. So when they started coming out with these wonderful fluorescent bulbs that are so cool to the touch, I kind of started experimenting with it, and it's interesting because my first pieces were really small, and then as I learned to build with it, they got bigger and bigger and bigger. It's funny, sometimes when you're limited with your resources, you actually get a little bit scrappier and start working a little bit differently. And the other nice thing too is because I have the job, even though I have less time in the studio, I'm not worried about selling pieces. And for most of the 1990s, I had my own business and I made a lot of crap. I mean, knickknacks that are probably still hanging in bathrooms and things like that. And so then I don't have to do that anymore. I can make whatever I want. My dad does, actually he got into pottery. When I left to go to Louisiana, I left all my stuff and he retired the same year. The whole time I was there, never was interested. And I call him an old hippie because he goes out in the woods, digs up clay. He'll call me up, I just harvested 20 pounds of clay. I'm like, well, I just went and bought 20 pounds of clay for $5, you know?